welcome back to another episode of Ethan Hahn Plus One, and we have a very, 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 very special episode, which I say every episode, but this is special because there's a little bit of a change. There's a little bit of a shift in the universe a little bit here. And when I say that, I mean there's a co-host, which we've had co-hosts before, but this co-host is right next to me in this angle. Things are different. Everybody, welcome JC. Oh wait, so speak more into the mic.
Oh, sorry.
Angle yourself.
All right.
See, this is the process, everybody.
This is
the process. There you go. Talk.
Yeah. Yep.
There we go. Theater voice. Everyone, this is JC. Okay, give us a little background here. JC, what's that stand for? What's your full name?
Yeah. So my full name is Jaziel Claire. In school, my professional name is Jazzy, but you guys know me as JC.
Jazzy.
Yeah.
Jazzy, everybody. And we recently met, what was it? Not even a month ago.
Yeah, a little less than that.
Not even a month ago. We performed a duet, a Frozen duet, Love is an Open Door. And that moment, I knew, you know what, this is going to be a great friendship.
Absolutely.
A great friendship of content creating. And we had to have her on as a co-host for this episode. Because we got some big news for you guys here. And, yeah, so what did your first podcast? How do you feel right now?
I'm ecstatic.
Yeah?
I've been thinking about this all week.
Yeah. So you said you were doing some skincare last night, getting ready for it. You binged the episodes.
I did a full superstar treatment.
Full superstar treatment. You're not too hot? Everything's okay?
Yeah.
Love the overalls.
Thank you.
It's a good fit. It's a good fit, yeah.
My brand.
Yeah, and she's Filipino as well. And yeah, guys, she's the co-host. It's gonna be a lot of bubbly energy in this corner. And everybody, we got two very, very special guest stars today. And this was upon their request, and we're here, and it's happening. Everybody, meet Jana Sideco.
Hi.
And here he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Daren Agui.
What's going on?
Ooh,
Wow.
Whoa, time out real quick.
Wait, can I do mine again?
Dude, your voice sounded really good there. That was great.
Really?
Yeah. Oh wow, Daren has a good voice for this.
Oh, thank you.
All right, yeah. So everyone, yeah, we're here. Again, I just, same as JC, just met Jana not even a month ago. We had a little holy retreat. You know, guy got in touch with Jesus. Shout out to the big man himself. And yeah, how are you feeling right now? First time doing a podcast?
Yeah, this is my first time doing a podcast.
Yeah.
I'm kind of nervous.
Kind of nervous? Yeah. Well, don't be. We're just here to have some fun.
Right.
We'll talk about whatever. You know. How was your day so far?
It was pretty fun.
It was good. She's from Jersey, everybody.
Jersey
She
girl.
made the drive down. I think you hold the record right now for farthest guest. Whoever drove the farthest for the show. Yeah. There you go.
Let's keep
And
it that way.
well, actually, I don't know. Jeff might come on soon, so I don't know. That's
He's gonna beat me.
It's a 5 or 6 hour drive. Yeah.
Oh.
And Daren Agui here. How are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty okay, man.
Doing pretty okay.
good,
Yeah.
pretty
And
good,
Daren I've known a little longer than these two. We have a trio here that has known each other for a while. Yeah. How far do you guys go back? You'd say.
Since we were born.
My entire life, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, our parents knew each other for a long time.
Yeah. And
They went to the same college ministry.
Oh, look at
Shout
that.
out to FFBC, guys.
You guys are the legacy.
Yeah.
You guys are the legacy then. Okay. You guys knew each other first. Jana and JC knew each other first. Or was it all the same time? Was it literally the same time? Like y'all just met in a hangout, like one of those Filipino hangouts, like that type of thing?
I mean, we were born relatively the same time.
Okay.
But then, like, we all dispersed.
Okay.
But then me and JC got closer, like, around, like, 8th grade or freshman year.
Yeah.
And then one day, my aunt from Indonesia came down, and she was like, let's go visit JC. And I was like, okay. So we visited JC, and then I fell asleep in the car.
Yeah.
I woke up, and I'm at Daren's house, because Tita wanted to visit Daren.
Ah, okay.
And I was just like, who's Daren? What the heck?
Yeah.
And then we went inside, and I was like, oh, this is fun. Great. And
That was the
then
first
that's how I
time.
met Daren.
First
In
time you guys
person.
met and stuff. Okay.
person.
Do you remember that specific first encounter too?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I do. I was in my room. At first, I thought only JC was coming.
Okay.
No,
Right.
I thought David was coming.
Oh yeah, no, I
My
thought
cousin
David was coming. That's her cousin.
Okay.
Right.
Was Joel born yet?
Yes.
Joel is real quick. Shout out to Joel.
Why?
Joel is Jana's brother. Big shout out to Joel. I'll put a picture right here, and we know what picture I'm about to put up right here.
Yeah, we know.
I'll put the picture
We know.
right here. Great picture, Joel. Shout out to you. Continue.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I didn't know that they were coming. I thought it was gonna be my boy David. So I thought, hey, I could bum
And
it
how
out.
old was everyone? How old are you guys?
Oh, we were like 15, 16.
Oh,
Really?
okay. I don't know why I was picturing much younger. Okay, so 16, 15.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I see.
I was prepared to hang out with my boy, and then some chick rolls up, and I'm like, what the heck is happening right now?
Right, as it was like, wait a second, whoa. I
was like, yo, bro, what happened to you, dog?
Is that middle school age we were in?
We were freshmen.
Yeah.
I was probably in 7th grade.
Okay.
We had 7th or 8th grade.
Yeah, because I'm 2 years younger than them.
Okay, I see. Okay. And then as we know, you guys linked eyes, and was there a connection? There's the first there was a bit of a connection there, and you guys went out. That is the topic today, everybody. It's relationships as a whole, and we're gonna dive deep into a lot of things on our end, their end, and all that stuff from there. So surprise. That's what we're getting into, but we're gonna have some fun here. We're gonna have some fun. But yeah, you guys, how long did you guys go out for?
We dated at first for 6 months when
Okay.
we were younger, and then he broke up with me.
Oh, okay. I see.
And
I
then
see.
6 months later, he was like, "Let's try again," and I was like, "Okay." And
Okay.
then that happened for a year and a half, but that one was more like,
Serious.
more serious.
Sure, yeah. And that one lasted a year and a half. You said
Yeah.
a year and a half.
So I guess
see.
in total, if you want to do the math, it's like 2 years.
Okay. So right now we're all just hangouts, friends, and stuff like that. We're just kind of chilling. Yeah. Okay. So the first time you guys met and stuff like that, did you make the move?
No, he was mean to me.
I made fun of her fit. Yeah.
No,
'Cause-
you
okay, here, listen.
complimented.
That's the way. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it for men.
I made fun of it because you were wearing like Adidas
Athletic
joggers,
wears, yeah.
and you don't play sports. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. Let me tell you, one of my biggest pet peeves is when people have really nice like athletic wear, but don't do anything athletic.
I can kind of get behind that. Yeah. Well, are you talking? Okay. So let's say they wear athletic wear and they do literally zero nothing.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can
That was
get
me.
behind that. I can
Yeah.
get behind that.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
sometimes it's also annoying if it looks good on them too. It's like fuck you. Like you should have looked good.
Not even that.
No.
See, that's the thing, it doesn't even look good. Like, listen. Hoopers know what I'm talking about. All right. There's always
for
that
it.
one kid that has the LeBron jersey, has like the latest like crazy Kobe shoe or something like that, and they put up a shot and it's straight up bricks. And it's the most disappointing thing you'll ever see in your life. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like as a hooper myself, I was like, I wish I could have the LeBron jersey. No, I'm out here in a white tee, regular basketball shorts, and some regular basketball.
If anything, that's
shoes.
more authentic.
Exactly.
That's more authentic.
There you go.
You got the J's and you're
There you
you're
go.
just rolling with it. Yeah.
There you go.
Some people
Yeah.
are trying too hard.
Exactly. Yeah, she was trying too hard.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on
Wow.
now.
I walked in like
Okay.
I didn't try anything.
Let's go here then. You guys play basketball?
No.
No?
We watch.
When's the last time you played basketball? Have you made a shot? I mean, I'm sure you made a shot.
At the retreat, I tried to shoot a shot.
Oh, okay.
It didn't go in.
Any sports? Any
I
sports?
play volleyball.
Volleyball.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we saw that. She went ham at the retreat, remember?
Yeah, no, wait, you did do that. Yeah, she did go ham. Yeah, you're one of the
She was
volleyball
yelling.
players.
She was the only one talking.
No, because they like drill it in your brain, like like at school, like they're like, if you don't talk, you're out of here. So like they really drill it in your head to talk.
Let's see here. Yeah. So again, they were. Oh wait, you are in a relationship right now.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
currently.
How many years? How many years?
6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
Wow. You guys met where?
We met at school, so we went to the same tiny Christian private school.
Okay.
Oops, sorry, my bad.
Oh, you go. Let's do that.
Yeah, so we met at school. Obviously it was middle school. I was not looking at all because I was chilling. I was like, let me pass the 8th grade.
Yeah.
The goal.
But I don't know. Like events happened. Thing happened, and then God was like, try it out, and I was like, are you serious?
Yeah.
And God was like, do it, and I was like, okay. So I remember it was a test trial because it's middle school. You
Yeah.
don't expect it to last longer than a week. So I was like, okay, if this dude really is gonna commit it to me, we're gonna last through the summer. And here we are.
Here we are,
6 years later.
6 years later.
6
yeah.
summers later.
You know, but
Believe it, yeah.
that goes to show. I feel like okay, kind of getting to relationships a little bit. Sometimes I feel like the two people don't have to fully match. It kind of can work off its balances and stuff. You know, I think
Absolutely.
if anything, it can work its best.
Yeah.
At that. So yeah, just a matter of time. Am I right, kids? Okay. Okay. Going to it. How many relationships has everyone been in? Let's go there with you. Let's start with you.
2.5.
2.5. 2.5 relationships. Okay.
But I dated the same guy multiple times.
Ah, yes. As in Darren here. Darren, how many relationships have you been in?
pretty sure 5.
5.
For me, oh, go ahead.
No. I just think.
Okay, yeah. For me, one serious one, but
The rest were just kind of.
yeah, they were
Yeah.
like I was like 2.
Do you even count? Okay. Do you even count ones that last like a week or
No.
a couple months?
Then I guess I'm 2. I'm back to 2.
When okay, here we go. What is the limit of where you're like this is now a relationship of how long the people have been a thing?
Maybe like a month or more.
So maybe I've just had one.
I was
then.
thinking of 6 months.
Really?
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna change my answer to 2.
Yes. So okay, a lot of relations going around here. If you guys don't mind me asking, so when you guys went out, what caused the breakup between you two? Was it something serious or?
Well, which one? The first one or the second one?
Second.
What-
Second.
Well, both. I don't know. What caused you to do it the first time?
Well, the first time was because it was just young bull energy.
Yeah.
I was just like, yo, there's so much more in the world to experience. Let me just
Yeah.
chase after that for a second.
Mm-hmm.
I
Right.
realized really quickly. I was like, yo, that's not the right mindset.
Yeah.
Right. The second time was because I was like depressed. Right.
Sure.
I was in a state where I was like, I convinced myself that if like that I'm not good at, I wasn't good enough for her. So like I kind of like self-sabotaged everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how things kind of ended.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. And I mean, sometimes it just gets to you. I think just in
Yeah.
relationships and stuff, it'll just get to you. Yeah. I mean, and then you gotta do whatever you think you have to do. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I think for what it was for me is that I was kind of, I think relationships can be relatively easy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just when you overthink things.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a matter of people just overthink. Even not even that, but just like going out of their way to ask the actual person out too. Like it doesn't have to be a whole maze. I feel like it can't just be like it's pretty straightforward and then it just works. If it works, it works. You know. Relationship. You said you're trying to focus just relationship now, moving forward. Relationship is what we're going for.
Yeah.
What are you guys' thoughts on a hookup culture then? When it comes to that.
I think what you were mentioning earlier about like the maze, I think the complicated thing
Yeah.
about just asking them out is just the commitment. A lot of people are just really afraid of commitment.
Mm-hmm.
And like the responsibilities that comes to it and everything
Yeah.
like that. But I in particular do not participate in hookup culture.
Yes. Not a fan either.
I mean, the dangerous thing about hookup culture is the soul ties.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can get. Do you know what a soul tie is, kinda?
No.
Okay.
Go for it.
Darren, you want to go, or JC, you want to describe a soul tie real quick? Because I don't think I would. Okay, I'll do it.
No, I can do it. That's okay. So it's basically like when you get like intimate with someone, the way that we were created, it's like once because when it comes to like Christianity specifically, we believe that like you have a one and only. You should have a ish kind of theology, JC. But we were designed to have like like the one. Like God created the one for you, right? So when you do get intimate with them, you have a tie to them. Essentially, that's why like when people break up and they've already gotten intimate, it's hard for them to let go.
Yeah, because you're already like connected with them emotionally, spiritually,
physically,
and
mentally.
And is that so? You're saying now because now I'm a little fascinated here. Are you saying that's what God has put to be the one for you, or is it just it's more you're just gonna run into that person?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if JC agrees with this thing, but
Okay.
I don't think there is a particular one.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, like, my whole thing is that like if you put two people of the opposite gender in the same island, they're eventually gonna get together, or at least be
So you believe
okay
that boys
with each
and
other.
girls can't just be platonically friends?
Okay, that's
I
gonna.
don't
Wait,
think
that's
so.
we're not there yet.
Okay,
We're not there yet. Wait.
But so you're saying okay, you just
trying
said
to
if two people are I know, great transition. But if two people are on an island, they're gonna get together as in like a couple, no matter what.
I believe so. Yeah.
I disagree.
Really?
Yeah, because I mean, I think it's simply in the way that we're hardwired. You know, of course, it's backed up by Christianity, but also just practically speaking as well. I mean, the way humans were designed, of course, was to reproduce.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the regular family setting is supposed to be mother, father taking care of a kid, right? You see when those models are taken apart, things get a little bit dicey,
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
So that's naturally what we try to fall into, and when we separate from those things, that's when things get even more dicey, and it gets away from the norm, and then that's how I feel like that's how we were designed to do. Whether you believe in Christianity, whether you believe in like natural selection or any of that kind of thing, I feel like I think what everybody should agree with is that that's the natural thing to happen, and that's what we're hardwired for. So whenever you go away from those things, that's when you're like, oh, this is happening, that's happening, feelings get weird, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I do want to backtrack on that because I couldn't think of the words. But I mean, I guess with Christianity and the concept of like what's natural to us, God designed it where intimacy would be saved for marriage, right? So when you do get married to someone, you want to have that soul tie with them, right? So that's why it's so important, especially in our like religion, that we save that for marriage instead of making multiple ties with multiple people.
Yeah.
Okay.
And with hookup culture, it just brings in unnecessary pain.
Yeah, because it's all
It's a big
it's
waste of
temporary.
time.
It's all temporary.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I know we all like. I know some. I've been talking to some people, and I'm like, why do you do hookup culture? And honestly, when it comes down to it, they're just horny and lonely.
100%. I mean, 100%.
And-
They're just everyone's just craving it.
But they know deep down that they want something permanent. And I think everybody.
I think
every single
everyone.
person-
Yes, I think that's the case with everyone. Because I've had conversations with friends, and again, they've questioned. They're just like, why don't you just kind of like go out there and stuff like? Because I don't know if it's gonna sound dramatic or corny. Like I'm really just waiting till I find that connection with one person. Like as much as everyone just like, dude, like just go do that. I'm like, no, it's okay. Kind of going into the whole thing of if a boy and girl can be friends. I would lean more towards though that maybe they can be.
I don't think it's possible.
You don't think it's possible?
I
I mean,
No.
I think if you communicate and if there's boundaries.
Sure.
Because, like, what about, like, sexuality? Like, what if a guy
But I can
was
almost see
gay?
where Daren's coming from. Because, again, the island theory. Where if they're on an island for X amount of long, wee baguette. I don't fucking know.
That bitch tango.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
I just feel like,
But what if the guy was gay?
that's
He's not
listen,
sexually attracted to me. So we cannot do the baguette.
Well, maybe that's a
and-
whole different conversation then, isn't it?
Again,
Is
it's from what I believe is that God created us as man and woman. That man and woman are supposed to get together. So if that's what I'm basing my whole thing on,
Yeah.
then I can say, hey, no matter what the circumstances,
Sure.
it's bound to happen. I mean, hey, we all know examples of where they tried to just be best friends, and no, it has been 100% field goal percentage that they can't be best friends.
Yeah. No, I think
Can't be that
I saw myself a handful of occasions in high school myself where people try to claim, yeah, we're just friends, blah blah blah. But the next thing you know, in the next year, they're like, I'm like, wait, okay.
Yeah.
And it almost got weird to a point. Like, I don't know. Like for me, sometimes it would just get to a weird point where it's like everyone's claiming, yeah, we're just besties, whatever. And next thing you know, they're a thing, and I'm like, okay, you're doing your thing. I don't know. I lean more towards. I think it's probably rare. I think it is possible though.
What do you mean by platonically just friends? Like never liking each other? Because I've had guy friends who had crushes on me, or I have crushes on them, and I don't think that counts because there was like a romantic interest, but then it flopped. And now we're just friends.
I think the liking aspect can be there and still be platonic, if that makes
So
sense.
here's the thing. is
Okay.
You got to get your definitions.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So
okay.
like,
Okay.
Okay.
Clear it up.
it's the concept of being best friends, right? I think there's levels to it.
Oh, so not just friends.
Yeah, no,
period.
dude. Guys and girls can be friends. What the heck?
Okay.
Me and you are friends.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
But
Your
like,
best
family.
friends.
Your
yeah,
family.
but when it comes to like being best friends, like
Interesting.
that's a different level of friendship.
Yeah.
That requires a lot more. You know, because when you're best friends, I mean, you're talking to each other all the time. You're
Right.
updating each other about your life and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that, right? You have some sort of link or connection. You have some sort of flow going or something like that.
Yeah.
Right. Like just for like just an example, I think there's a very stark difference in relationship. No offense to you, Ethan.
No,
but
no.
like a relationship of me and you versus somebody like me and Franz.
Sure. Yeah.
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Oh yes, I know. I 100% see what you're going about there. Yeah.
Exactly.
There's just more connection there, and more closer. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think there's levels to it. I don't
Yes.
think guys and girls can be best friends with no hopes of keeping it
I agree.
completely platonic.
Okay.
But guys and girls can most definitely be friends. You
Okay,
know?
I can see
Most
that. No.
definitely.
Okay, I think I see where you're going there.
Best friends, though.
I think we could best friends though. Yeah, that's more
best
kind of.
friends. I mean, unless the sexuality thing, I can have a gay best friend, and there
Yeah.
would be no romantic.
Oh,
interest
100%.
either.
Yeah.
I think
They're
if
buckle up.
there's a communication.
That means gay, everybody.
Tagalog word of the day.
Yeah, we'll come up with more Filipino words as we go. Yeah.
I think I think if there's communication
Yeah.
and boundaries.
Yeah.
For sure. Like
I think that's the biggest thing too.
I
Communication.
still don't think so.
No, I mean,
I'm not convinced.
he's a hater.
hmm.
I'm not a
He
hater.
always argues.
Oh, no, I'm just solid in my theology.
Oh man.
When you guys did that, the second breakup, of course, did you guys not talk for a while?
Yeah, we didn't talk because I'm petty and I didn't want to talk to him for a year.
Oh,
But honestly,
wow, okay.
yo, cutting off people, like cutting off your exes, is very important, and that's how you move on.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping them around doesn't do anything but linger
Clearly,
on.
she didn't move on. I'm just
Linger
saying.
on feelings. What?
Huh?
I didn't move on.
Just
What?
keep going, Jana.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. You were the one who couldn't move on.
The bottle's done. He's on his second one.
You were the one who couldn't move on.
Oh, Jesus.
I can
messing.
confirm that. Yeah,
I'm
keep
messing.
going.
I'm messing.
But
I was about to
so
fight
there were
him, like,
just-
right?
Finish your point.
finish your thought. Finish your thought.
I'm upset now.
Finish your thought. Finish your thought. We expected this. Finish your thought. Finish your thought. Here we are, everybody. Okay,
But what
yeah.
was I saying?
Shoot.
It was a year
Oh yeah, a year. We cut off. Yeah, I cut
cutting
him
off. Yeah, getting
And
off.
I remember there was parts, like there was times where Darren's like, "Hey, can we be friends again?" I was like, "No."
No, I wished you happy birthday. That was it.
Yeah, no. I hesitated on wishing you happy birthday because I was so mad at him. I waited
Okay.
till 11:55 and be like,
Yeah.
"Happy birthday, bye."
Yeah.
But
That was it.
Oh, I felt really bad. He greeted me like at 12 a.m. and I was like, "No, now I'm a bad person."
Now, if I'm allowed to ask it, while you were again broken up and you had that year hiatus, were you always kind of thinking about him in the back of your mind, like, Darren Agui, hey, like, hey, were you always thinking about that? Was he
Okay.
always in the back of your mind?
So, fun fact, Darren, I saw a picture of him on a date with another girl, and I knew my self-worth. So I was just like, why am I crying over a boy that doesn't even like me anymore? Because obviously he's going on dates with other girls, right? So then this is where hookup culture comes in, to be honest. And I did, Mom, if you're watching this, I didn't do this, but
Oh man, Mom.
But what you call it? I did like get dating apps, and I was like browsing around. But yeah, there were times where
Tinder.
I did think of not Tinder, Hinge. That one's more
Fuck is
successful.
Hinge?
It's
There's
more
so- there's more-
successful.
That's really surprising me. You don't know what Hinge is.
Hinge, I know Tinder and Bumble. What is Hinge? I'll have to download
It's
it.
more.
Because I need more options. I need more fucking options. I'll be telling you, I'll be swiping through fucking Tinder. I see the same faces. I'm like, God damn it,
Dude, they're carbon copies
I've gone
of
through
each other.
I've gone through the whole roster
Carbon
of
copies.
Delaware.
Well, you also live in like.
I
Delaware.
enhance.
not a lot of
I
people
have to
here.
enhance my distance to fucking I don't know PA. And I'm just like, these girls look the same too. I'm not matching with anybody.
No, Hinge is more successful because my cousins are getting married and they met on Hinge. So I can't
Yeah.
say
Sheesh.
it's a failure.
It's
because
not. No. I know.
they got
I
married.
know Tinder couples that are thriving. I never met a Bumble one yet, but
Bimble?
hey, Bumble, whatever the heck it is. But
in the back of my mind.
on the break, same question to you. Were you always kind of she in the back of your mind like, Sideco,
Sideco.
God
know.
damn it, Gecko, Sideco. God damn it.
You know, what you call it? Franz and Gil are gonna yell at me if I don't tell the truth here. But I most definitely was.
Okay.
She was definitely on my mind the entire time.
Yeah.
I remember I was talking to I think it was Gilbert one time, and I was just saying it's like yeah, bro, like they're not. It's like I feel like Jana set a standard in a relationship, and I was just trying to meet it.
Oh.
You know.
Oh.
Yeah. And that's
As
what
you should.
And that's when bro was like, bro, you're not over her. And I was
Yeah.
like, nah, I don't know about that with Chief.
Yeah.
But here we are.
But
so.
fun fact, I was the one that pushed them back together.
Really?
Is that the case?
How did that
Is that
go
the case?
about?
So yeah,
How did that go
obviously,
about? Go in.
I've been your middleman for the past 2 years.
First one was Zach. The first one was Zach.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
Zach Rada, shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, first one was
You
Zach.
peer pressured me.
But this time around, I was the pushing factor because Jana was like, "Is it bad that I think about him?" Like, cause sometimes like she'll come to me for advice, and like I'm not. Darren knows a lot more in like different areas than I do, so she'd be like, "Man, I wish I could ask Darren about this, but I'm not talking to him." And I'm like, "Okay." She's like, "Sometimes I wish I could talk to him again," and I was like keeping that in the back of my mind. A few months later, Darren comes over to my house because our dads are best friends, and he was talking to me about how he misses Jana, and he was like, sometimes like I wish I could talk to her, and I was like.
Oh wow.
I do remember.
I was like,
Leak.
I know.
We were in your basement. It was the funniest thing
I know.
ever.
And I was like, she feels the same way. And he was like, no way. And I was like, yeah, she feels the same way about you too, dude.
Oh.
And then kaboom, they rekindled, and it was all because of me. And that's not.
That's recent. That's recent.
No, that was a while ago.
That was
a
like
while
maybe
ago.
a year and a half.
2 years
2 years
ago.
ago.
Oh,
something
2
like
years.
that.
No
Oh, for
way.
that. Oh, okay.
So this was like during this is when you cut him off. This was the cutoff period. I was the one to rekindle it.
Okay.
God's funny, guys. No,
God's funny.
Bro's
He
got a
works in
sense of humor.
mysterious ways.
JC ways.
No, but there
JC
was
ways.
another situation where I had to be the middleman for them. And it was the most stressful thing.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Darren Agui would confess his love for me once a year. Every year. I
Listen,
could not get rid of this
Us
kid.
men, we're emotional. All right. When we gotta
Bro,
talk, when we have to
especially
let our
him.
feelings out, let our feelings out. And I think if anything, that
Every
makes you feel
year?
better. That makes you feel better.
Dude.
Yeah.
It was every year. But yeah, one time Darren confessed his love for me, and I didn't know what to do because I was in a sticky situation.
Oh yeah.
But then I was venting to JC.
Yep.
And then Darren was also venting to JC at the same time. And then JC was like, I don't.
Okay, yeah, I can tell you the full story in full detail.
Okay.
So,
Do we need to go over that?
no, because Darren texted me. He was like,
Said no.
JC, I messed up. And I was like, okay, what happened? So he's texting me. We're texting back and forth. And as we're texting, Jana FaceTimes me. She's like, JC, Darren
Oh, it's
messed
one of
up.
those things. It's one of these things. Oh,
So she-
Oh yeah, I was just like, I was gone. This was around time of your party, right?
Yes,
Yes.
her birthday.
So Jana's like complaining, and then Darren's texting me, and I'm like, oh shoot. So then he was like, JC, what do I say? And I was like, here, write this. So I gave him like a paragraph, and I was like, do this, but like don't copy paste it, like put it in your own words. And he was like, JC, I copy pasted it.
I did copy paste it.
And then
It's too much to think about.
and
Yeah.
then at the same time, Jana is like on the phone with me.
Was
So
that a
I'm-
lot? Wait, was that a lot? Real quick. You
it was like, yeah, it was like kind of a lot.
One of those paragraphs.
It was a paragraph. And then Jana is like live on the phone with me.
Yeah.
And she sees the paragraph and she's like, ew. She was like, what is this? And I was like, you know what? I'm sure Darren is just trying his best right now.
You see, she cuts the JC. She puts away one tear.
Listen, man, I'm not a wordsmith. All right, I'm not a wordsmith, guys. All right.
But that's hysterical. How you pretty much gave the feedback to the person who wrote it. It's
Uh-huh.
like this is shitty. What the fuck?
Exactly.
Oh,
That's exactly it.
it would have been funny if you just got mad at her. Well, fuck you. Yeah, I didn't care. What the hell?
So I kept it silent. I mean, they resolved it and I stayed silent.
No, yeah, and a
Acting.
month later, I was like, hey, Darren, guess what? Like, I was venting to JC during that time. And then Darren was like, yeah, me too. And then I call her. I'm like, you were the middleman during this?
Yeah,
She was
yeah.
like, oh, thank God you know.
Yeah, because what a thing to hold from her, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But before, so we had the retreat again this month. Before the retreat, I mean, were you guys were always texting and stuff like that, or okay, and then
Meh.
but then you guys kind of did the retreat kind of link you guys back up because you guys haven't seen each other in a while. You'd say?
I don't think it was the retreat.
No, it wasn't the retreat.
Really?
I think it was the retreat.
Nah, I think it was the graduation parties.
For me, it
the
was the retreat.
graduation party.
For me, it was the grad party.
Right, 'cause she was there for those grad parties.
Yes.
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 Shout out to Cy and Glenn. Congratulations for graduating.
Congratulations.
Yeah, you brought them together. Woohoo. Well, okay, yeah. Because wait, so the graduation party, how long was that? Until you guys saw each other?
Like a 2-week gap? Or like a week gap?
Oh, wait.
For seeing each other at the graduation party, how long was it until you guys saw each other in person? Like
Like before?
before,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
before.
Oh,
Sorry, I
it
was
was a
trying to
year.
find.
It was a year.
Oh, it was a year.
Because of
so
the pandemic.
pretty much a year, and then you guys saw each other at the graduation party.
Yeah.
I
But to be
see.
honest, I always thought me and Darren were kind of just friends, to be honest. And then, yeah, at the grad... No, actually, a little bit after the grad party, I was, like, kind of sus, but I didn't want to say anything because I was just assuming. And then I even remember telling my brother and Ben, shout out to Ben and Joel again.
Big shout out to Ben.
We love Ben.
Big shout out to Ben.
I told them as we were going to the retreat, I was like, guys, like, I just want you to know that I think Daren might like me. And you know what they said to me? They were like, you're conceited. Like, way to assume things. But then, like, we pull up, and Daren is just like, hi. And then Ben and Joel were like, oh, yeah, Arthur was telling the truth, yeah. So,
Love
yeah.
those guys.
And then at the retreat, Daren did his yearly thing and confessed to me.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
Right on schedule.
how do you guys suggest people get through a breakup? When it happened,
cut off your ex.
Yeah.
cut off the ex.
I think cutting
That's
off
the main
definitely
thing.
helps.
1,000%.
Wow.
I think also, like, especially as a girl, like, for me personally, I think you just have to remember your self-worth. And you remember that, like, you know, God made you beautifully and wonderfully made. And, like, just remember your value, because honestly, God wants the best for you. So don't be settling for less. That's what I'm saying, baby. Like,
God's plan. Follow God's plan.
Drake. God's plan, Drake. But yeah, I don't know. Just remember your self-worth, because I know it's really hard during these breakups.
Yeah.
And definitely, dude, like, definitely take your time. Like, go through the emotions. Don't rush it. Because I was the kind of girl that would rush it because I was just so tired of just, like, being upset all the time. But I was just delaying the process by not feeling the pain as of right now. And then
Feel it out.
Yeah.
Just kind of feel it out. Yeah. Would you kind of say the same thing, Darren? Just kind of like, just roll with it. And then, don't rush anything.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the key.
I think people cope with it in different ways.
Yeah.
You know, whether it is hookup culture or whatever.
Sure. Yeah. Even going back to
doesn't
that.
really matter to me. I think everybody comes to the same conclusion regardless. I think if you're a sensible person, especially if you have a relationship with God, no matter what you do, you're always gonna find yourself back. You know, it's just about going through that process in order to understand your position and then find yourself back. You know, I think though the whole thing with the whole like breakups thing, I think why it's so important to, you know, block your ex is because a big phrase that's been kind of put out to me as of recently is just like, don't underestimate the enemy. You know, where it's just like, it's like that, like you don't ever like put yourself up to the point where it's like, oh yeah, I can never get back with my ex. Oh no, never me. All right, if you're like that, then block her. You know.
But if you can't do it, that's sus.
Exactly. You know, if you're really about it, then be about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's the whole thing.
Cut if you can cut.
Yeah.
Cut if you can cut. But like you said, if you can't cut, that's a little sus. And there's something going on there.
But there's also no problem with that.
Yeah.
There's also no problem
because
with
what you going back to what you said, everyone can cope in different ways. You know.
Well, not only that, but it's just like it's sus in the sense that they don't want to cut off their ex.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's fine. At least accept that. You know, that you don't want to cut off your ex, and there's a reason why.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the sooner you accept that, the sooner you're gonna get through the process.
Right.
You know, because I feel like people who can't cut off their ex, they're gonna, of course, they want to get back with them eventually.
Yeah.
In the deepest parts of their heart. Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
It is that's all it really is. But if you're really about it, then be about it.
But what if it's hard to cut them off because of circumstances? Like you work at the same job, you go to the same school. What if they're inevitable?
That's a great question.
You know, that's a hard question for us because we were long distance. So we were in different states. The border separated us. The Delaware Bridge. But in situations like that, honestly, it's all about maturity.
Oh, you just gotta fight through it.
Yeah.
You just gotta fucking fight through it.
It's all about maturity and just trying to be civil.
Yeah.
You can say hi and bye.
Yeah.
But don't be upset if your ex is like...
It's gonna hurt the chest though a little bit. I think
Yeah.
it's gonna hurt the chest like a lot of it actually.
You can still block them on socials
Yeah, true.
and still block their number if you don't want to get back with them. If you're really serious about not getting back with them, for sure. You know, because I mean, you can be in like the same situation. It's like what Jana said. If you're mature enough, you can be in the same room with them and not do anything.
Yeah.
Distractions also help.
Distractions do help.
Hobbies.
Yeah, hobbies are a big one.
Linking
Video
up
games.
with family and friends.
Yeah,
That's a big one. Honestly, if it wasn't for my family and friends back home, they definitely helped me out for sure.
I think not even for breakups themselves, but like I think just any situation you're in, if you're ever feeling like yourself in a hole or anything like that, like if you're feeling depressed, I think anything. Oh, there's my neighbor. I think at least for my end, I think social interaction with friends can clear the mind immediately.
Yes.
Yeah.
Being open about it. I think you just shouldn't bottle anything up, because
Yes.
that itself will drive you nuts. Because I think, I mean, I'd want to. We've all been through it. I've been in that situation in high school where, again, it's all a learning experience where, you know, you're just like, oh, I really shouldn't just sit here and just like not talk about this. And in talking about it, you know, you feel like a new person. You know, it's like, wait, that felt good. Yeah.
I mean, God calls us for community as well. That's why we do small groups.
I think that's one of
church.
the greatest things I was able to find with you guys too. Yeah. Community. Yeah.
Yes.
Community. Because that was what was lacking a lot in my life too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just to be able to have people, you know, also just to be able to hang out with other Filipinos. Because you guys growing up, you guys always hung out with Filipinos.
Pretty much.
I
All
did.
Until I moved here, then it was gone.
So when you moved here, it was kind of now like, white people.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. No, because I always, it was always diverse with my group of friends. Always diverse. If there was another Filipino, I would just look at them in the hallway and be like, we just nod at each other.
It's the nod.
It was the nod.
It's
Yeah.
the
And you
nod.
look at each other. When you guys are out in public, and you see other Filipino, do you just kind of, do you give them the look?
Nah.
Do you know what I mean though?
If I'm ever at the mall with my parents,
Yeah.
especially my mom,
Okay.
right? We'll pass by somebody, and then my mom will go be like, "Shit, that person was definitely Filipino, 1000%."
Oh, my dad does that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
My
like,
mom goes up and talks to them. And he's like, "Are you Filipino?"
even if she doesn't know them,
Yeah.
she's one of those. She's one of those.
No,
It's like, look, this is my daughter and my son. And we're like,
Sometimes it gets to the point where my Lola takes them home. Like sometimes.
Like a pet? Oh, you're from Cebu. Come here. Come here. Which island are you from? She takes them home?
When I was like,
Tell us an occasion right now. What the fuck?
So I was little. I come home from the bus stop. I walk in, and then my Lola has like a Filipino like mom at the dinner table, and I was like, hi. Honestly, this is normal for me because I was like, this is probably some tita that I don't remember, but I'm gonna pretend to remember. So I'll be like, hi, and she's like, and then my Lola will be like, ay anak, I met this woman at Target. She's Filipino and she lives down the road. I'll be like,
That's
all right.
something I can
Lola
really
Pines.
envision. Yeah,
Yep.
because she's like the sweetest old lady ever.
Yeah, she.
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah, she
My-
really is.
My grandma loves her too.
Well, we'll get her on the podcast. Yeah.
Get Lola Pines on the podcast.
We'll get her on the podcast. Start talking. When does everyone here want to get married? What age is the married look for everybody here? You go first, JC.
Yeah.
You go first. I saw looks being exchanged. Let's go to JC
Yeah, I'm
first,
on
and
that
then I'll go, and then.
Yeah, I'm on that trajectory right now. Yeah,
Yes.
so for me, I wanna, currently in a relationship. So if this keeps going, I wanna finish college. That'd be cool.
Yes.
And I wanna have some time to like build my career, move out. So ideally, maybe like 24, 25 for me.
24, 25.
Yeah.
Stick on you a little bit because you said career. What is your end goal? I'm curious.
Yeah.
Acting? Is it acting or what is? Okay,
Yeah.
realistic. Let's go realistically first,
Realistically?
and then dream first.
Got it.
Because I always go.
Yeah.
Go.
So right now I'm an upcoming sophomore at UD, and I'm gonna try to work on getting like a marketing degree.
Beautiful.
Thank you. But yeah, honestly, if it were up to me, I'd totally be acting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So marketing is the route right now.
Yeah.
It's still fun though.
It's business
It's
acting.
in the realistic side of that territory,
Exactly.
entertainment. But it's like, okay, I guess this is what's gonna keep me stable.
Yes, because I thrive
Yeah.
off of public speaking. And whenever I tell
Yes,
people that, they're
yes.
like, you're crazy. And it's like, no, I genuinely love public speaking.
It's like a weird thing. Like, do you get excited? If someone's like, "Here's a mic," and then speak in front of everyone. Oh my! It's like a drugs. It's
Uh-huh.
like drugs almost.
That's
yeah.
why improv fuels my
Oh, the
spirit.
improv! When I saw just how down you were for that, I was like, "Fuck yeah, here we go." Yeah, that was fucking great.
What about you, Ethan, huh?
29 and 30.
Okay.
Really?
That's what I would lean more towards.
How old are you now?
I'm 23,
20.
so there's time. Going back on Tinder later. No, around 29 and 30, I think is where. 29 is where I'll start being like, I should start thinking about this soon. But you know what? I will not completely shut the door on anytime soon because, again, if I do find the one, maybe in a year or two, and then if I'm with them X amount of, I mean, I maybe would end up being at 29. But if I think it all just depends too. Like, again, if you're with that person X amount of years and then whatever age you're at, I mean, if you're feeling it, it's there, But I think, for me, it's like, I mean, because when I hear someone is engaged at, again, this is not a diss on anyone who's gotten engaged at our age. I know several people who are, and congrats to you guys. But for me, when I hear it, like, people are engaged at our age, like, 21, 22, 23, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You're engaged? You proposed? What the hell? You got plans? Like, what the fuck? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. What the hell? And yeah, because for me, it's just like I think I'll have it fully set in my brain, prepared at like 29, 30, and then okay, and we'll hop over to you guys real quick. So when you do get married, well, how many kids do you want?
Ooh.
And is kids like the thing right away?
No, I don't actually want kids right away because I want to have my time with everything. Like I want to have that time where it's just me and my husband. I want to have that time where it's like kids
sure.
are a lot of work.
I wouldn't I wouldn't rush on it either. I think okay, so like I said, marriage 29 to 30, and then I would start thinking about kids probably like 2 or 3 years in.
Yeah, same.
And then by the time I'm 35, I hope I have at least my I have my little junior self.
Aww.
Yeah, kind of run around the house. And 30.
But what if your wife is also the same age as you? The like 29, 20, like 30. Like, you know, that's kind of like
That's late for
the
women.
late.
Oh,
that's late
shit.
For...
Yeah, it's late for girls.
Oh wow, you just a great question. Never thought about it.
Redoes his plan.
Redo the whole plan now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know shit. I guess we just have to figure.
Be careful. Don't turn him into one of those.
I guess I'll do it now. I got
Don't turn him into one of those.
God damn it. Maybe now is the time. Yeah. No, that's I have to think on that. Yeah, you got me there. That's great. People think about that now. Yeah, whoever's listening, think about that. Okay, but for you guys, marriage. What do you guys? Whoever wants to go first. When do you guys want to get married? When the time does come.
I don't really know what I want to be right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I want to figure that out first and get that settled.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, since I'm a woman, I would like to get married kind of before 30 because, you know, it is kind of dangerous for a woman to give birth after a certain age. I think it's 32. Actually, 30. That's kind of like, whoa, you know, a little bit of a red flag or whatever. But
You and red flags, man.
not red flag. I'm sorry.
good
I'm
game.
tired.
You and red flags.
Like, just be aware. Okay, be safe.
Such a good game, she said. it is a good game.
I love that
That's
game.
how we all met. Okay.
I actually brought it.
Oh, great. Fantastic.
Sorry,
Yeah.
to answer the question, yeah, before 30, do I want kids right away? Honestly, I have a high baby fever. If it happens, it happens.
Nice.
That is it.
If it happens, it happens.
scares
Okay,
me.
what's the game plan? I'm feeling maybe we talked about this at a food drive one time at McDonald's. Yeah.
Really?
Maybe I don't know. Maybe we did.
did.
I don't know. We had talks though, but yeah, go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as the whole marriage thing, I'm a big proponent. Like when you know, you know. You know?
Sure.
So
And
it's
maybe
like-
I think that's it at the end of the day. When as much as people want to plan, as much as I say it's going to be this, again, anything can fucking happen in the future.
Hey,
Anything
bro.
can happen.
Like, listen.
Yeah.
Like, I've planned so many things.
Yeah.
Right. And God kind of just like kicked them all out.
Yeah.
You know. So I'm kind of like, you know what?
Yeah.
Let me just keep it like a solid like 1-2 year plan,
Yeah.
but nothing like crazy. But like, I think as far as like marriages, I think it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Like
Sure. And
whenever
that's an answer,
it
too.
happens,
it can be an answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
I
really don't know, man. Yeah.
one of my friends, he recently got engaged, and a lot of people are asking him, especially in the church, like, "Yo, like, dude, like, you're already engaged. Why don't you just get married? You know, just get the papers. Boom, you're done." Right. The big thing that he said, he was just like, you know, like the big thing about marriage is like, it'd be kind of weird to be married and not living with your spouse. You know.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, right?
Oh yeah.
Right.
It's a little fucking odd.
Yeah, it's really weird, right? Because that's what you think when you think of a married couple that they live together.
They live together. If
You
I'm
know?
married and I'm still here and my girl's in the other place,
Exactly.
I'm gonna think I'm fucking something up here.
That's
Right.
what I'm saying.
Yeah. Again, I mean, I don't know. Circumstances can be different. We don't want to
course.
offend anyone, but
Of course.
at the end of the day, like for us, it's just like
It's just
no.
what I prefer.
It's what we
you
again
know?
because
And
I agree
yeah.
too. You should, if you're married, you should be living with other person by now. Yeah.
Exactly.
Totally, man. Yeah.
Exactly. So I at least want to be in a position where I can be able to afford at least an apartment or a house
Yes,
with my significant
yes.
other.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That's another thing to think about. There's so much shit. Fuck
dude,
being an adult.
everything
This sucks.
costs money, dude.
sucks.
Everything costs money, and it's making me really annoyed.
It's fucking annoying,
It's making
isn't
me
it?
really annoyed.
We're
Yeah.
walking around with this paper and
That's
shit.
all I'm saying.
It's so
Yeah.
annoying. Yeah.
But
Okay.
as far as kids though, like I think before 25. Reason being, or 25 at
You trying to be a
25.
young dad?
This is the reason why. This is the reason why.
Just
Yeah.
kidding.
That's the reason why. Right? So like
My mom's gonna
I
kill
love sports.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love basketball.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
A big thing that makes me sad right now is that trying to play basketball with my dad,
Yeah.
because he had my mom was pregnant with me when he was 30, 32, 33.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And it makes it really difficult for him now because, you know, I'm at my like physical prime and he can't play with me because his like back hurts or whatever that he's getting.
I see what you're saying.
Age.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be in that position.
Yeah.
You know, like I want my kid to be like 18 and I can still like cook them. All right. And put
Yeah.
them in
Yeah,
the
sure.
Yeah,
sure.
why don't you birth
Listen.
the child and hold it for 9 months and it comes out of your vagina?
We make it
Oh,
sound.
and why don't you
we
do
make-
the
we-
C-section?
Me and him, we make
Hey,
it, guys. We
you know,
make,
you weren't saying that earlier.
we
I'm
make it
just
sound so
saying.
easy.
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
Yes,
facts.
I did at the retreat. I was like, why don't you go birth the children? He makes it sound so
I know.
easy.
I didn't make it sound easy. I'm saying this is
God even
preference.
said that birth
Purely
was going to be
preference.
difficult.
No,
Purely
genuinely, that's why I'm
preference.
stalling. I have no pain tolerance.
Purely
I can't even do
preference.
needles. What makes me
Purely
think?
preference.
No, same thing actually got, like, a girl came at me because, again, I was on, I actually forget exactly who it was, but I was on the topic with this person, and, you know, I'm out here rattling, and after I say this, I'm gonna ask you guys the question. I was out here rattling, like, how many kids I want. I'm like, oh yeah, 1 son, 1 girl, but, you know, if it ends up being the 2 genders the first time, I'll try one more time to get the other gender. And then the girl's looking at me like, so you're gonna talk about your wife with this? Because she's gonna be carrying the baby. And I'm like, oh, you're right. You're fucking right. Like, here I am trying to make a game plan. Like, it has to be 1 boy, 1 girl, and then if it's 2 of the same gender the first time, it has to be the next one. There's a whole plan. And she was like, well, you need to. Your wife is the one carrying all 3 of those humans, so you got to figure that out. I'm like, that's a great point to be made, because I think with guys, we don't really think about, you know, just the amount of
Pain.
and responsibility that, you know, girls really have to go through, you know, and all you can do is applaud them, because
All I'm saying is that you asked me a question.
no, yeah, and you're fine, yeah.
No,
It's all
you're not
it
fine.
is. It's all it
You're
is.
not
Yeah.
fine.
It's all just a question. Just a question.
And
We
you
all-
answered wrong.
I didn't know I was being quizzed.
Babies. What are you gonna? Well, how many kids do you want?
Kids,
And how many of what gender? Let's talk in a world where it is easy and we can just poof them. So,
Okay, yeah. Ooh.
Like-
Maybe
like, what's the dream? Yeah, family.
2 for me, capping it at 3.
How many gender? Like,
Gender-wise-
1 boy, 1 girl.
At least 1 of each. That would be nice.
I want I want a mini self of myself and the wife.
That
and
would be
I would
amazing.
I'd be like, yes, I'm set. Like, here we go. Yeah. What about you guys? How many kids you guys trying to do? Like, you guys want a lot of kids, or what is this?
I want boys. I do not want a girl.
How many? You don't want a girl? That's very usually every
You see,
time.
it's funny because I do want a girl.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
How many boys?
I want 3 boys.
3 boys. Okay. What about you, number wise? How many kids? And-
Probably 3 as well.
3?
I feel like you go anywhere past that, you're mentally insane.
No offense.
No offense, but no, I kind of
No
agree
offense,
too.
Lola.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
again, you know, a lot of it is culture too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a lot of friends who are, you know, Arabic and stuff like the Muslim, all that stuff, and I know all their siblings. There's like 10 of them, and I'm like,
same with
and
Jewish
I'm
culture.
yeah, and it's just a thing, and I know people that I know my friends who again have 10 siblings, and there's still more to come apparently, and I'm just like, your poor mother, your poor mother, yeah, and it's just intense. I guess, you know, it's a cultural thing, because for us, I guess where we were raised around, you know, where in households there's like max 3 or 4 siblings and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I'm an only child. Yeah, it was an interesting time, but everyone here has siblings, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I actually have a higher chance of getting twins. Because my mother's a twin. My mother and my aunt are twins.
Whoa. Oh.
So yeah, and it skips a generation. So like my grandma gave birth to twins, skips my mom and my aunt, and then
Interesting.
maybe me or Joel could have twins. Imagine mini Joels.
2 of them.
I just picture 2 more mini Joels. Sorry, doing
One on each
pose,
side.
doing the pose.
One on each side of the.
It's him in the
side.
middle. It's him in the middle. my offspring. Yo, we gotta get Joel and Ben on here, man. We gotta get Joel and Ben on
man.
here.
No, yeah. If we're older and Joel does have those twins, we will go back to that camp and remake them.
Remake
the
that
picture.
photo. That was fantastic. Whoever did that.
It's so stupid.
The best. Joel, we love you, dude. You're gonna come on soon.
That'd be so crazy.
Do you like having siblings?
I do. I actually have a half sister,
Oh.
and she's in California. She's actually 20 years older than me.
We're in California.
Oof, LA.
Great. So we have a place to stay.
Oh no,
Great.
she's moving.
Well, no, you're not.
Texas.
No.
Yeah, she's moving to Texas because
Yeah, that's
everything's
right.
bigger in Texas, and it's cheaper. So
You like having siblings? Shout out to Ishi and Gabby. Those are the two you have, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Ishi just graduated.
Yeah, he
right?
did.
Hey,
And
Yay.
Joel graduated. He's
And Joel
graduating
graduated.
yesterday.
Joel
they're the same age. So
Yeah.
your brothers are the same age then.
They're actually a week apart.
A week apart.
So
Wow.
crazy.
Have they ever hung out? That's an interesting hangout right there.
No, that's
Surprisingly.
That'd be so fast. Ishi and Joel.
No, I think
There's
Joel.
something interesting.
I think Joel could relate more with Gabi.
Yeah, my youngest brother.
And then
Oh.
I count Ben as my brother, and I think Ben would be well
More with-
equipped. Ishi.
with Ishi.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's valid.
I think so too, right? Because everyone's met both of them, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. No, 100%. How many siblings do you have?
I have two younger ones.
Two younger ones.
JD,
You like them?
EJ.
I do.
Okay.
There's something else.
Are they the same energy as you? Are they like? Could you guys say? Are they the same as JC? Like,
Only
No.
one of them.
No.
not at all.
So me and my
No.
sister were polar opposites.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm out here, I'm all extra. You find my sister like in her room doing
Yeah.
her own thing, but my brother, he's an upcoming JC.
I know.
Yeah.
I think EJ's is like the even between you
Oh,
two.
he is the even between us two.
Yeah.
He's the mediator between us two. It's so
Yeah.
cute. Yeah.
I met
Yeah.
him over FaceTime. What a sweet kid.
He's a big fan. Shout out to you, EJ.
He looks just like her.
I'm with the
He's
YouTuber.
still. I saw him. No, it was because it was funny. I asked her, let me see him because apparently when we had our little FaceTime appointment, you told him, and then he was like, a YouTuber has your number. I'm like, okay, so extra.
Yeah, you're a big deal in my household,
I had
bro.
to
Wait,
meet
shout
him.
him out, Ethan. Shout him out.
Shout out to EJ. And he plays what game? What the game did he say?
Metopia.
Metopia. We gotta play Metopia sometime. I don't know what the fuck Metopia is. Man, am I just I don't
No,
know
it's
what
a new
is.
game on the Switch.
Oh.
Oh.
God, are we just getting to that age now?
I
Damn.
guess.
I guess we are. Wait, what makes a relationship work? JC, take it over. Because
gosh.
Mrs. 6-year relationship here, go for it.
Thank you. Honestly,
What do
there's
you think?
a lot of factors that fall into it. I think one of them, for me, this is the one that I talk about all the time. Independence. Healthy independence in a relationship, because I've seen so many times couples being like super like this all the time, like you can't have one without the other,
Or even think they have to all the time, too.
and all
right,
the time, like you see, like you hear the phrase like, oh yeah, we're like two halves of a whole.
Mm-hmm.
No, because you're two independent people growing together. That's my dating philosophy. I believe
Mm-hmm.
that with dating or courting, like you are two independent people growing together. Like I can go 2 hours without talking to my boyfriend, or I can, like hang out with my friends and not bring up my boyfriend like, oh, my boyfriend and I did this, because for me, like, he is a part of my life, but he's not my life,
Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, and
sure.
especially from like a Christian point of view, like again, two independent people growing together and encouraging each other in their faith, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Or I think definitely another big thing is sharing the same values, because if you don't share the same core values, that's going to break it apart. Because you should bond over your core values. Even like we were talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay for you guys to be different. Oh my goodness. Because my boyfriend and I, polar opposites. It's so funny.
Clearly it's because I know a lot of successful relationships that, when I see the two people, it's just kind of like, how does that work? But it works,
Yeah.
it works. And those people have been together for a while. So that's why for me, it's, again, I'm being patient, and then I try not to get too excited. If I see someone, I'm like, oh, there's a lot there, I feel like but it's also, I don't know. You just gotta go with it. What happens naturally. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It was so crazy. Because if you were to ask me 6 years ago, what do I want in a guy? I want someone like obnoxious. I want someone like big. I want someone who will do the big promposals for me.
Yeah.
But I realized, like, after being with my boyfriend now, like, I don't need someone to steal my spotlight.
Yeah. Wow. Well said.
I need someone to support me in the spotlight.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like, he's definitely helped me become more independent as a person, and I've helped him, open up, like, emotionally and things like that. So it's really cool. I mean, obviously it's hard because you have your set expectations on what you want, but it's not necessarily always what do I want, it's what do I need. What do
I need?
Yeah, like how can you help each other grow in that aspect?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
collectively in the past 6 years, that's what I've learned.
I think you also, if you really want a Christian-centered relationship, your foundation definitely has to be Christ.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, if that's not the core foundation, it falls apart.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in plenty of relationships and know that that's not. Whenever it's not Christ centered, it always falls apart. That's how it was for me and Jana the first two goes around. I think the second time we started off really well. Meh. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the second time we started off pretty well, but then then it started to fall
flopped.
away from that.
Yeah.
It flopped
Yeah.
pretty hard, So it's not just about starting, but also continuing and staying in those kind of things.
Yeah.
I don't like thinking of my relationships anymore as just me and the person. I think
It's a three-way.
Yes.
All right, don't put it that way.
Sorry.
No, I didn't even think.
Put it that way.
It's a three-way.
No.
Even he's like, wait a second. God's like, hey, Jana, reword that.
Yeah, you word that right fast.
Yeah.
I think I tend to think of it more of as me, this person, and God.
Yeah.
Where it's as long, it's not even just like all about dating or anything like that, but in relationship, it's like whatever relationship I'm in, as long as it's glorifying to God, then that's what's always going to keep us together.
Yeah. One day.
One day
y'all.
we'll get you
It'll
one.
come.
Bro,
One day.
go to
We're
the
here
sports
for-
fest.
He's
We'll
going to
we'll be in
Lollapalooza.
Chicago.
No,
We'll be in
you're not.
Chicago.
You're going to-
Oh my
Well, if
God.
anything,
Nah, I'll scout for you, bro.
if anything,
We'll
I'll
both
be in
scout for you.
Chicago. Well, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see what happens there. But again, I'm just staying patient. Yeah, I think that's the one thing for me to open up a little bit. Let me open up a little here. Be vulnerable with you guys.
Wow.
Yeah, let me
I
be.
feel so
We'll
honored.
end it
Me
with this. We'll end it
too.
with this, and then I have one more question, and we'll end it here. I think I'm pretty happy. Overall with everything. I'm cool.
Sure.
I'm working, and then I got podcast content creating. I'm cool. I think the one thing though that recently, and I that's just kind of like a missing piece, is like, when am I gonna find like a person to share this with, like a girl or something, like relationship wise.
I feel that.
And I just need, it's one of those things where, again, I want to be patient, but it's also like, it's just, that's the one thing that'll bring me down these days. Yeah. It's like, man, like, I want to find someone. Like, what the heck?
Yeah. It's not really to complete you. It's because you want to share it with them.
I just want to share it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Because I'll be seeing, I'll be going on social media, people like relationships being successful, and I'm nothing but happy for them. But I'm just like, man, I want that. that is probably the one thing, that in my whole thing is just kind of like always brings me down a little bit. When I'm kind of in my room and then you put the sad music on. And you just kind of, he's like, okay, all right, I'll do my thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, I think again, for people who are single, just kind of we got to be patient. Gotta be
For
patient,
sure.
And it's so crazy because it happens when you're not when you're not looking for it,
Yeah.
or when
Sure.
you're not ready for it.
Sure. Yeah. I think you just kind of, once you let your guard down, it happens or
Yeah.
something. Yeah. But we got one final twist of the night.
Absolutely.
You two.
What?
Question of the night.
Again, I can cut this out. When are we getting back together, y'all?
Ask her
back
that.
together.
Ask her that. Ask her that.
That's the big question. When are we rekindling this fire?
In
Team
case you don't cut this out. Listen,
It's all on you guys.
It's
too.
all on her.
It's comfortable.
it's all on her.
When are we getting back together, guys? Come on. When are you two? There's
You answer
silence,
that
so
one.
no one wants to answer it. It's okay. It's okay. No, it's fine. No, it's fine.
No, I'm
No,
not.
she's
I'm not
willing
a
to
wuss.
answer.
I'm not a
She knows what
wuss.
she's doing.
Okay.
I'm not a wuss. Honestly, we've kind of talked about this before.
We have multiple times.
Honestly, most likely by.
Wow. There you go. There's a scoop, everybody. Yeah. Again, we've hit an hour and a half. All right, everybody. Well, there you have it. There's a scoop of the night. There was the episode of the day, and I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe to the channel, Ethan Hunt Productions. We have vlogs, we have podcasts, and we have short films. Tune in for all of those. I want to big thanks to JC today for tuning in.
Thank you.
For being a co-host here, sitting next to me, and this will not be her first time either on a podcast. There will be more vlogs and short films. She's gonna be in
Absolutely.
SWAT Godfather, as everybody else in here will be in SWAT Godfather.
Yeah.
The roles are written.
didn't
Everyone
say
here will be a
that.
part of it. Stay tuned for upcoming films. Follow me on Han_Aguilar. Anybody here want to pitch their social media? Anything you guys want to talk about before to tell the people? Any last
you can-
words? Yes. Any last words?
Follow me on Instagram. It's Phil_am_fire. It's Phil and Fire.
Phil and
Filipino
Fire.
American Fire. Got it. But if you want to check out anything that I'm doing ministry wise, I serve at the youth group at First Baptist. The Instagram is VOSDE. So if you want to go and check that out, you can go always check out what we're doing over there. So
Nice. Okay.
My Instagram is jan.a and then 3 H's. That's my Instagram. That's my TikTok as well.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you guys can honestly, if you guys have any questions about like just what we were talking about gospel wise, just hit us up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for
sure.
sure. Yeah, no, yeah, hit them up.
But preferably JC.
Oh my gosh. And Darren.
They're the experts. No, yeah, Darren. Yeah, even Darren especially. Yeah.
I'm okay.
Experts. Yeah.
But if you want to, because you're comfortable, that's fine with me too.
Yeah.
And
And then I'll hit them up.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you can find me on Insta, jazzy.ce, as a way to compromise all of my names together.
You're famous, but I think I got some followers out of nowhere because of you. I got a few
Yeah.
followers because I was like the only people that follow is Jazzy. I was like, oh wait a second. Yeah, I was like, oh cool. I guess you were telling people about this.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay.
That's all I talked about, bro.
Me too, honestly.
Yeah. By the way, I did go on your YouTube channel. I saw a few skits. I don't know. You did in school or something.
Oh,
You did
no,
some sort of
no.
skit. I saw that there was a snowman involved.
Yeah.
Oh, I do my snooping.
We did,
I
we
do my
did
snooping.
Frosty the Snowman, like, murder mystery.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It was like an office skit or something like that. Yeah, she's like burn those clips.
So
burn those clips.
embarrassing. Shout out to the class of 2020 for that one.
Yeah, hopefully they tune in. But yeah, everybody, that is the episode. I'm your host. Remember to check out the channel, like I said earlier. And remember, this has been Ethan Hahn.
And JC.
Plus.
2.